Did that scare you? Please tell me it did. My name's Carter and I have VGIT. That's video game induced trauma. You see, when I was a kid, I played some games that were maybe a little scary. Maybe they frightened me. Maybe they were the kind of games that make white underwear seem like a bad idea. Why was I playing horror games as a kid, you might ask? That's not what I said. I want to talk about Mario 64. Carter. Mario 64 is a kid's game. Okay, yeah, sure. You want to tell that to the piano who tried to eat Mario whole? There's a lot of things in Mario 64 that made me feel uneasy. Really just older Nintendo in general. Some of the classic Pokemon games have some disturbing lore. The intro to Ocarina of Time for some reason scared me. And I know I'm not alone in this because I saw a YouTube comment with someone saying the same thing, that they were scared of this. So I'm not crazy. I don't know their name, but it's proof I'm not crazy. Are these just dumb kid brain irrational fears? Maybe. But hey, don't try to invalidate my trauma. Of course, Mario 64 had the intentionally spooky parts, but the hallway that leads to Bowser 1 didn't need to freak me out that much. The painting just turned into Bowser. I repeat, the painting just turned into Bowser. Yep, I think I'm just gonna turn around. And who made this eel? Come on. Not even to mention the general vibe of the castle was just unsettling. Its empty rooms make you feel like you don't belong there. But I'm sure there's already hundreds of video essays talking about how Peach's castle is a liminal space, so I want to talk about Minecraft. This image single-handedly turned Minecraft into a horror game. Unlike Mario 64, where you kind of feel like you're being watched. In Minecraft, I actually thought there was someone watching. I believed that somewhere in my world was Herobrine. The Minecraft boogeyman, Notch's supposed dead brother. Minecraft's very own creepypasta. Everything from abandoned mine shafts to the little wells that spawn in the desert. I associated all of that with Herobrine. I would see a jungle temple and be like, I guess we can't go to this jungle. We gotta avoid this jungle. If you don't know the story of Herobrine, it is essentially, I was playing single player and then I saw this Steve skin with all white eyes. And now I don't know where it went. This is scary. There's someone else in my world with me, but it's single player. It wasn't single player. It was just a multiplayer world. They had their friend. They took the screenshot. They put it on the Minecraft forum, and they're like, guys, I don't know what to do. I'm scared. People started saying it was Notch's dead brother, who doesn't exist. And the devs started playing along with the joke by adding removed Herobrine to every patch. Only the real OG Herobrine heads will remember this one. If you made one of these, you qualify for the senior citizen discount down at Perkins Restaurant and Bakery. But Herobrine was not the only thing in Minecraft that scared. Anytime my sister and I encountered an Enderman, it became a full-blown panic to build a too high ceiling as fast as possible. And don't even get me started on the cave sounds. I've played like 3 of them so far just for dramatic effect. They had no business being that scary. Okay, there's a lot of other games that just had one little thing that bothered me. In the Transformers movie game for the PS2, there was a mission inside Hoover Dam where you had to go destroy these fans and then drive away from them. You have to go down this long, winding tunnel while it explodes behind you. I had to have my dad play this mission. I just could not handle it. I needed help. I needed an adult. The Ghost House in Six Flags for the Wii is the one minigame I never wanted to play. Don't get me wrong. It's a fun minigame. It's one of the better minigames. But it didn't mean I wanted to play it. It was scary. I don't want to play the scary one. I don't fully remember this one, but my sister and I rented a Clue game for the Wii, and I remember it scaring me. I don't remember what part. It must have been like when you find out who the killer is, it had some scary screen or something. I don't know. It scared me. I have never played the Webkins minigame, Don't Rock the Boat, because I was scared that if I rocked the boat, my Webkins would be brutally murdered by a pirate. Why did I think that? In New Super Mario Bros. Wii, if you fail the item house without getting any items, it pops up this little screen and it's like, oh, too bad. We were not going to get that. Guys, if we got that, I had to look away from the screen. It's literally just a screen that's like, oh yeah, you got no items. And I'm like, is it gone? That one's stupid. I gotta admit, that one is stupid. This isn't a game, but the PS2 startup screen scared me. Especially when the console didn't read the disc properly and it goes to like the red screen. Ooh, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. Okay, going back to the point that you guys made in my head earlier, Carter, video games are for children. Oh yeah? You're telling me this is for kids? Obviously, there are games made for kids and there are games made for adults. Conveniently, they're marked with a little M. For mature. But it really seems like 9 times out of 10, M doesn't mean mature, 17 plus. M meant, Mom, can I please get Assassin's Creed? It's about history, I swear, it'll make me better at school. The line between a game made for adults and a game made for kids is very thin. You can't tell me that they were developing Call of Duty and they were like, yeah, we're making a game strictly for adults. I don't know, maybe it's because I was a kid when I played these games, but I felt like a lot of the people playing them were also kids. The first rated M games that I played were Medal of Honor on the PS2. Most of the time I just watched my dad play, but sometimes He let me hop in. There was this one mission where you have to plant an explosive on this like giant fuel tank, and then you got to run away before it explodes, and it pops this little like timer on the screen. Ooh, that was stressful. It was like the Hoover Dam mission. At some point, my uncle let us borrow his original Xbox, and with money my grandparents gave me for my birthday, I asked my dad to buy Halo 2. I gotta sneak in another opportunity to showcase how many copies of Halo 2 I have. I have the special case, I have Platinum Hits, and I have the OG. Best part is, I don't have an original Xbox anymore. There's not a lot scary in Halo 2, you know, except for the flood. And this dude, what the fuck is that? Excuse me? I always hated the flood. They were gross. Like they were gonna get under my skin. Side note, the flood in the Halo TV show is just absolutely horrible. I have not watched the show. I boycotted it. No Master Cheeks. We are not a Master Cheeks household. But I've seen clips of the flood, and it's like, how did they mess it up so bad? How do you mess up the most important part of the Halo story? They turned the flood into The Last of Us basic and they watched The Last of Us HBO show, and they're like, oh, everyone loved that, dude. Where is the yucky? Where is the gore? His head shouldn't be here. It should be screaming, sticking out the side of his head. I think I can see why this scared me as a kid. Yeah, no, I'm seeing it now. My dad had Modern Warfare for the Wii, which is just funny to think about. The mission where the nuke goes off was always stressful. The scary part wasn't when the nuke actually goes off, but it was when you have to go down and save some allies from a downed chopper. And you have a timer, and if you don't do it in that timer, you're getting blown up by a nuke, so you kind of got to get going. Wait a minute. The Hoover Dam level? The Charge from Medal of Honor. Now Modern Warfare's nuke level? What is this? Okay, but seriously, where did this fear come from? I didn't realize till I was trying to like consolidate and write these things down that it's like, why are so many of them arguably the exact same Modern Warfare wasn't the only Call of Duty that my dad had on the Wii. He also had Black Ops 1. Again, this is just funny to think about because like it sparks the thought that there could be a situation where, okay, let's say hypothetically there's a kid, for the situation, we'll just call him Carter. And let's say his parents aren't home. He tries to, you know, sneak on the Wii, put Black Ops 1 in. We're going to play Call of Duty while no one's home. It's going to be so cool. Again, there's a hypothetical situation. Let's say he's like, oh, zombies mode? That sounds cool. Let's click on that. And then it boots up to a whole different menu with creepy music and the shadow of a zombie just approaching from behind. But the kid, you know, he's a little nervous, but he's going to power forward and play the game. Only problem is, you know, he's a little baby dumb little kid. He's kind of too dumb to control the game. In this hypothetical situation, this kid is not able to control the game. He can't move his character, and so he has to slowly watch as the zombies grow closer and closer until eventually he is overtaken with the horde. Okay, for the sake of discussion, let's just say it was me. Let's just say it was me that this whole hypothetical was about. Yeah, after that, I had a dream. It was like a normal dream, and then I could hear zombies approaching, so in my dream, I opened up the menu to close the game, but instead of actually being able to close the game, this is a dream after all, things are kind of weird. When I hit quit game, it just kind of froze as I heard the zombies still getting closer, and then I tried to sit in the menu and listen to them eat me. Yeah, so as far as like, oh, these video games traumatized me. This one traumatized me. All right, last minute thoughts. My sister said she was scared of Sims burglaries. I don't remember this, but I believe it. I believe that these were scary. Oh, Slender. Dude, how did I forget Slender? We were legit at school preparing for what we would do if we happened to encounter Slender Man in real life. Bro, the witch from Left 4 Dead. No. My sister and I would legit get trapped. We would get soft locked if we were forced to pass by a witch. We just couldn't do it. Really, I didn't like any of the special infected. Dude, they all scared me. You know, it's not just games that scared me. There's also TV shows. If you want to see me talk about TV shows, kids shows that scared me, check it out. I got a video right here. Subscribe to my channel. Of course. Okay, last minute. Horror games that I just like and you should play. Alien Isolation is goated. Resident Evil 2 Remake. That was one of the best gaming experiences I've had. I just played Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. I'm not recommending it, but like, it was okay.